Hello, 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 guys. This is your girl, Shanidra, once and again with Let's Dig Deep. Getting to the root of things, yes. We are on Unapologetically Me, part two. I just did part one. You can go and check that video out. But part two, God just gave me another revelation. That's why it's important for us to purchase our journals off of my website, cportraitsmagazine.com. But let's get to it. As I told you before, we are a peculiar person to people. So therefore, we are going to be misunderstood. God has set us apart from everyone else. And in Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter, he said, for you, the second verse, he said, for you are a people holy to the Lord your God. You are a people holy to the Lord your God. He has set you apart. You are his treasured possession. Aren't you tired of being in a box like this, Barbie? I was stuck all the way back in the box, just as is Barbie, stuck in the back of the box, trying to, explain who I am and help people to understand who I am. But God said He set me apart, and He set me apart for a reason. Quit trying to control your destiny. You're not in control of your destiny. He told you to quit leaning to your own understanding and acknowledge Him in all of your ways, and He will direct your path. He said, do not be wise in your own eyes. So don't be stuck in the box, in that job, knowing that you have a gut feeling that you are being called for a greater purpose because you are thinking that you're in control and you're trying to control your life and you're trying to live it the best way you feel fit to live it, by trying to control and stay at a job that you're not happy with, that you're not in your calling for, that you are not in perfect peace that surpasses all understanding because you think that you're controlling your life by staying at that job. You're not. Nobody is in control. You could think that you're in control. Trump thought he was in control, and what did God do? Shut it all down. So be unapologetically you. Quit explaining to your boss about who you are. Quit explaining to anybody, your family members, anybody of who you are. If they don't understand you, then that's not who you need to be around. Be around like-minded people, as God has told you to do. We don't even need to conversate with fools, foolish people. That's what He called them, foolish people. So do not even conversate with them. They're not going to understand you. They don't understand the Lord, so how are they going to understand you? We are not in control. In the moment that we stop trying to force staying at a job or force staying in a relationship or force being with someone or force doing something that we're just not happy. God did not put us on this earth to be unhappy. Stop loving money more than you love God because you lose yourself. He said, what is it to gain the whole world and lose your own soul? You money, money, money. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. Oh, for the looks, but you faking it till you make it because in reality, you're really not happy. Don't you want to be truly happy? Don't you want to know who you truly are? God tells you in His Word who you truly are. And once you find out who you truly are, you won't accept anybody, anything else. Because you'll be walking in who you are, who God says you are. See, a lot of people, your jobs, your family, your friends, your associates, they tell you who you're not. God specifically tell you who you are. He wants you to be prosperous. Just like we tell our kids, He disciplines those whom He loves. Just like we discipline our kids because we love them. We don't want them to continue to do the same thing. We are not in control. We are just like this Barbie. This Barbie has no control of her life. I can make her move and go where I have her to go. Jonah thought that he could, run away as if God never sees what he, can't see that he's running away from the thing that he has called him to do. God sees you just like he saw Jonah. God told Jonah to do something and he refused to do it. Just like y'all refuse to do it and y'all rather work a job, or y'all refuse to do it and y'all rather continue to, live however you want to live unless the job tell you not to live that way, then you would stop smoking for the job, but you can't stop smoking for God. You would try to change up your ways for a job that is not going to make you prosperous, but you won't change for God who is going to make you prosperous. He's tired of it. Then y'all want to remember what the slogan of Santa. He knows when you sleep and he knows when. Honey, that is God. And they need to quit lying to y'all. God knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. God knows when you've been bad or good. God knows everything. Everything. You can't hide. You don't want to be in the belly of a fish. You don't want to keep being stuck in a situation and getting deeper and deeper into that situation, and until it's hard for you to cry out, until you have to cry out like Jonah did. Jonah ended up, first he tried to do the fake cry, oh God, whatever, just to get out of it, and God wasn't hearing it. He had to stay in there for 3 days and 3 nights until he was like fed up with it. Like, here, God, I'm ready to do what you have me to do right now, Lord. And as soon as God allowed that fish to cop him, throw him out, what did he do? Exactly what God had called him to do. He didn't have to go through all of that. He could have just did exactly what God told him to do, the way that God told him to do it. And I mean, God is just sick of it. He said in Philippians, the first chapter, verse 28, he said, striving together as one for the faith of the gospel. He said, without being frightened in any way by those who oppose you. Don't be frightened like Jonah by the people that oppose you. Don't be afraid. Don't be frightened. He said, this is a sign to them. This was a sign to Nineveh that they was about to be destroyed. He said, this is a sign to them that they will be destroyed, but you will be saved. So if you do the things that God has called you to do, you will be saved, but they will be destroyed. He said, don't worry about it. Don't be frightened. He will fight your battles. What you scared for? In First Peter, the second chapter, verse 9, he said, you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood. This is what God says you are. A holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into the wonderful light. He called you out of darkness into the wonderful light. So the least you can do is just do what he asked you to do. And just like Santa, oh, you know how kids would do? No, don't just do it for the gifts that he's going to give you, that he promised to give you. Do it because you love him, because you honor him. He loves you. Jonah could have died. He could have God could have immediately just let him die, killed him. As soon as they threw him over the boat, that could have been the end of Jonah. But God allowed him to repent, just like he allowed Nineveh to repent, and he did not destroy them because they repented, they changed their ways, and everything was good. And that's all God, he just wanting you to repent, change your ways, be unapologetically you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to worry about your adversaries. You don't have to worry about anybody. Don't let that stop you from being who God has called you to be. Be unapologetically you. Don't be like everybody else, because that's not what he called you to do. He separated you. He set you apart from everybody else. So thanks again, guys. That was part 2. Let's dig